morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 7 of the Kicking Off Football podcast. We've got loads to get into tonight. We've got the Club World Cup finals going away with no one predicted. We've got loads of transfer gossip. There's the madman at Nottingham Forest is at it again. Parliament voting against football. Sheffield Wednesday could be the fifth richest club in the world. Hull City winning awards and a quiz. Gentlemen, I'm joined by my former boss, now current co-host Ben Ballantyne. All right, Ben?
Yeah, really good. Thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Nice embargoed shirt there, mate.
Yeah.
Support the team, not the regime, as I say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm joined by my very good friend Joe. All right, Joe?
Good evening. Sorry,
Saw
I missed
Liverpool
last week.
play today. It's all right, mate?
Yes, we did. I don't know, first free televised friendly of all time. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was great to see some actual football back that I like to watch. That's not the Club World Cup.
And I'm joined by a semi-decent dart player who won a game again the other day, didn't you? Ross, the toss.
Of course. We're flying at the moment. The lads are flying. My God.
Is it a team effort, or are you sore back?
My back's fine.
Oh, right, that's very modest. So the team I played in with today, they carried me all game. I played absolute shit. Right, let's get into the Club World Cup, Ben. Before the game, pretty much everyone in here, everyone online, everyone at home, apart from probably the odd Chelsea fan, saw PSG were going to hammer them, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I think Chelsea are just in the first half with PSG.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely swarmed them. We did see it in the Arsenal games at the second leg. You know, you can get at PSG. That first 15 minutes, Arsenal swarmed them.
Yeah.
And Donovan pulled off some great saves that game, and then eventually PSG got into gear. And I thought that was going to be pretty much the same thing that was happening in this game, to be honest.
Well, I can't believe how much space they're giving Cole Palmer. You know how good of a player he can be if you give him time.
Yeah.
And he's literally got about 15, 20 yards every time he gets the ball. They don't seem to be putting any pressure on him whatsoever. And he's put his finishes away really well, and a great through ball for João Pedro to make it 3. But I don't think you can knock how hard that Chelsea team have worked in the first half.
Well, yeah, because no one's given them an absolute cat in hell's chance of winning, have they?
Absolutely
Joe,
not.
I was really impressed that first half by Gusto on the right. You know, when they signed him, I think it was a year ago, last January, wasn't it?
I think so.
Everyone said he had potential. He had a few shaky games when he first joined. But bloody hell, that was a good first half by him. I tell you, he was looking like a Kimi in parts.
Yeah, he's an electric player, and I think, like you say, it kind of works for him and against him sometimes. You've seen it with a couple of red cards and a few like really daft challenges, but he's really bottled up both Kvaratskhelia and Mendes, and I think the way that Chelsea have played have just suffocated any good attacking football from PSG, and they've been knocking it over Mendes for fun, and he's been made to look like a little bit of a mug this evening.
Now, we've been saying all season they've got the best fullbacks in the world, PSG, and yeah, Mendes has not had a good one. Ross, have you watched any of it?
I'm just.
Have you seen the goals?
I've seen bugger all.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm just upset that we're recording this now because I realise that we've missed the 25-minute long halftime super show with Doja Cat, which is going on right now. Donald Trump's there. Trump saying tremendous sport, lovely sport. He's having it. They're all having a great time. Apparently, I've just seen it. Then PSG have come out after 15 minutes. They've just been stood around for 10.
Wow.
Chelsea ain't come out. They're just stood around on pitch waiting for them to get all this half-time rubbish coming off.
15-minute. Single walkouts onto the pitch.
There we go.
Michael Buffer and
The
25. 25-minute half times. I mean, it's just woke nonsense,
Yeah,
right?
it's just kicked off. It was 24 minutes.
It's just kicked off.
It was 20.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
24-minute half time.
The boxing start off was not for me. Chelsea in the blue corner. Can't be doing that.
No. It's
They're
all
not
just
gonna
a big
tr- they're
show,
not-
isn't
they're
it,
not gonna-
now?
Yeah, I'm about to say, Joe, they're not going to try and do this how they cram it down his throats. Even in England now, it's 25-minute half times for more adverts and more shows.
Well,
Yeovil.
maybe in finals, but can you imagine that? Trying to get up from, if Newcastle get to cup final again and they've got a 25-minute half time, a delayed kickoff, and they get back home at about 2 in the morning because transport out of London. It's just, crazy.
If they've got Doja Cat and 2 other people I've never heard of for this halftime show, who do you think they're going to have for the Papa John's halftime show? What if they get the man himself? What if Papa John comes out?
I mean, with a pizza gun.
I'd pay good money for that. If I'm in Crowder getting free pizza.
Yeah, to be fair.
They'll end up with like Beard Meats Food, just eating like 10 pizzas in 10 minutes.
It's all right. We can stretch out a bit. You've got half an hour to eat as many pizzas as you can. Why not?
I mean, imagine if just did that. Johnston's paint trophy, just found paint cans.
What is it now? Is that the LDV vans or something?
No, it's gone back to the LDV vans.
Oh no, maybe I'm getting my wires crossed. It is called something different now.
They change it every so often, don't they?
Bristol Street Motors.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah.
You get a car.
Yeah, you are.
Just fire car parts.
Yeah. Bristol Street Motors. Oh.
It can't be anyway. Like Hull City always do a thing at half time. I don't know if you have it at Wednesday, Blair, but they always do a thing at half time where the fans can like try and hit the crossbar. They get like 3 chances, edge at box. I don't know, like 30 yards out or whatever, and then
45.
and then the halfway line.
Yeah.
I just can't get my head around the people who sign up for it because they literally can't kick a football at all.
Well, they're all been like quite smart. They've never been like. They always seem to be in like smart shoes and all. And
Sorry, crossbar at loafers.
they always end up on their ass all the time.
Loafer ends up hitting crossbar instead of ball.
No, but I'm like most of the time with ours, they're literally like trying at the crossbar. It doesn't even come off floor.
Yeah.
Now imagine having to try and do that while bloody Lionel Richie's playing behind you.
Right. Anyway, Cole Palmer scored 2 great goals. I mean, he did have all the time in the world, which he still got to finish him. Then the first one, he didn't exactly put his laces through it. He really did place that one.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great goal because Donnarumma's not. Well, he's massive, isn't he? Like, to get it around him.
If you don't get it right in bottom corner, he'll get it, won't he? Because he's unbelievable. Yeah, both goals really, really good. But like I said, you can't be giving Cole Palmer 10 minutes to make a decision.
Yeah.
They haven't put him under any pressure all game.
No. He's just been walking around, doing whatever he wants, and PSG have been like, go on, mate.
I honestly can't believe it. I took my boy to a party today, and this guy, I got talking to this Notts County fan, and I said, I always find a football fan no matter where I go. And I was saying, have you watched any of this Club World Cup? He said, oh, no, I've not watched any of it. I said, oh, you need to watch this PSG team. They are immense. They'll press. They play this unbelievable football. He's probably flicked it on today thinking he knows fuck all about football.
I hope he didn't have a podcast.
Yeah. The last thing he needs.
This is why we love football, though, don't we? Because
exactly.
you can all think as much as you want that it's a dead certain something's going to be over, and the one team doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah,
like Palace and Man City. No one would have thought that.
Well, it turns out Pep was at a racist last night, so I think Pep might have told his lads, "Hey, can you get out of this tournament, lads? I need to get to a races." I didn't queue up online for 5 hours to get my ticket. To miss it for
I'm sure he didn't pay for those tickets.
João Pedro scored Joe again. That's 3 goals in 2 games now for him. By all accounts, all 3 goals have been great finishes. I think he's a really good player. Do you think he should even be allowed to play though? It seems a bit crazy, but you're playing a tournament, you can sign a player, but he can start.
Well, I thought that the whole thing with the Trent transfer was they needed to get him in earlier to register him for competition, and then Chelsea have just gone, we're just going to start him. What can you do? It seems a bit crazy to me, unless it's something to do with being in knockouts to being in the group bit, and it changes. I'm not sure, but he's started very well for Chelsea, and obviously 2 games that he's played. It's obviously a little bit of a different scenario because this is obviously a back-to-back tournament, so you're playing quite consistently. And obviously he's got fresh legs because he's not played since end of season. So it is a bit different. I think
some teams might complain about it.
I don't see why anyone wouldn't. Not many other teams have brought someone in and then started him straight away.
Marcus would.
No, he does what he wants, doesn't he?
I find it crazy because you could literally just sign there's nothing stopping him from having a bad first couple of games. Going, sod it, we'll just sign 5 players. And you got a new team. What happens if you sign someone from a team in the tournament? Could you pinch someone, and then they can start for you?
And also, I thought the transfer window closed for the Club World Cup to reopen, but I think it's probably one of those. The top teams do whatever they want again. Overall,
I think it might get addressed in the next one because surely, you're allowed to make the business, but you've got to register your squad at the start of the tournament, and that's your squad.
Yeah. You shouldn't. It should be like an international tournament, shouldn't it? You can't be, unless someone's injured, you can't be replacing anyone.
Yeah. I just find it remarkable. I think the tournament's a bit of a farce anyway, isn't it? But it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Let's put it that way. And like we say, Chelsea has made 30 million quid for winning that game, plus the 80 million they've made for getting there.
They haven't won it yet, but it's very likely they're gonna.
Yeah. Well, is it still 3-0?
Still 3-0.
Robert Sanchez has just made a very, very good save a couple of minutes ago.
It could be an Istanbul-esque comeback. And Juji did saves in that penalty shoot. That still make me laugh to this day because he's about 10 yards off it. It's about 10 yards off his line.
That's why they changed the rule after that tournament. Like, he can't be having that. We've got to change it.
It literally runs out. If you watch it back, it's so bad.
I'll argue my corner all the way. It weren't rule back then, so he can dance and jump around and run at players. It's fine.
I'm not even going to ask you, Ross, about your initial thoughts of this tournament as a whole. I know what you're thinking.
Loved
Ben,
it.
what have you thought for the first Club World Cup new format?
I've enjoyed watching all of the teams you wouldn't normally get to see.
Yeah.
And I think the majority of them have probably
Surprised
shocked the
people.
world, of how competitive they've been. There's only been maybe 2 sides that have struggled, and rightly so, because in their continent they're way lower down the pecking order in terms of the quality of leagues that they're playing. But even when we saw like Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, they were bloody good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Considering, obviously we didn't expect them to go on and win it, but they're a very good side. The Brazilian sides, but I was surprised on how hard they all worked.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting just flare upon flare.
Did you see I don't know if you saw it, Joe. Did you see the Maresca moaning about before the Fluminense game? Well, we've played 63 games in the past 10 months or whatever. And then the Brazilian journo said, well, Fluminense have played 70.
Yeah, I think it's that blindness, isn't it, from anyone else? Like, they just shutters go down and it's all about them, and then they realise, oh, yeah, they actually play football as well. They didn't just form for this tournament. It's mad, and they do play a lot of football. Even the internationals, I think they play more in the Copa America than we do in our Euros as well. So everything's just hard work, and it's also ridiculously warm down there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a lot
all the
different.
time.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh. It just did. If that didn't something with the Premier League, I don't know what does. This blind arrogance of we're so hard done by.
I know, but you don't need to know a lot of football to understand. Like we all know, like in Brazil, it's a massive league. They're playing a ridiculous amount of cups. They play a lot of football. I know we don't know a lot about the leagues in terms of the quality of it, but they must be quite good because Europe just constantly buy the best players from there.
You'd expect a manager from one of the biggest clubs to know a bit more, to know a bit more than us about Brazilian football as well.
He's also got a squad of 64, so I don't know how he's moaning about players being knackered. They'll say Chelsea have played a lot of games, but they've literally put out 3 different sides this year, haven't they? In Europe and the cups and the league.
Yeah, well, they didn't register Cole Palmer until we're in final or something in Conference League.
Yeah, he didn't play he didn't play the knockout stages. He didn't play the group stages at all, did he?
No.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So we'll move on to the transfers. We'll part the Club World Cup there. My impression, I loved it. I loved the idea of it. I think for the next one, they need to do it in not America.
Yeah, timings aren't great, are they?
Well, it's not about timings. It's more just. I think you need to get just people who enjoy football to go to the games or watch any team rather than, the Americans don't. It will never ever be their top sport, no matter how hard they push it. They just love their NFL, they love their NBA, they love the hockey, and love the baseball. It'll just never get there to that level. I also think you need to put it in smaller stadiums. There's no point having these 70,000 seater stadiums. When it's clubs, because
No, but I don't think even in America they even have smaller stadiums, do they? They're all bloody massive.
No, you probably don't. Yeah, because the college teams have 100,000 seater stadiums, don't they? Yeah, so maybe just don't put it in America.
Yeah, it's a bizarre choice, but
they've used it as the warm up, haven't they? Because normally it's the Confederations Cup, isn't it, at this time of the year?
FIFA love to push, don't they, to be in a random place. That's not necessarily, completely football driven.
Yeah,
which I don't think it's the best idea, is it? Especially when it's a bit like we said before. It's a lot easier when it's international tournaments because you've got a whole country watching you. When it's a team from there, the following's a lot smaller, and you can't expect them to be travelling to America. It's not exactly the cheapest place to get to and stay, is it?
Spain have put their hat in the ring for to host the next one. And I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, class.
Close for the Africans to get there. It's close for the rest of Europe to get there. South America's going to have to just, unfortunately, we had to do it this year. South America, you're going to have to, well, all the players will play in Europe anyway, all the good players anyway. We'll move on to transfers, Ross. I'll come to you first about Spurs. Spurs have made 1.5 signings this week.
Yeah.
Mohamed Kudus, 55 million from West Ham. I think it's a very good signing. What do you think?
I think I agree about him being a good signing. I feel like he threw his toys out of the pram a little bit second half of the season. He's been angling for a move, and he flattered to deceive in a fair few games for him. But I feel like their whole team did really.
Yeah, true.
And but I reckon he'll do well there until he wants another move, I imagine. And the Gibbs White thing's bloody mental, isn't it?
We'll get into the Gibbs White thing because that's what I wanted to speak to. Well, what I will say about Kudus, last season I saw had the most success. He had the most dribbles, successive dribbles last season of any player. But when you look at West Ham, like, I don't think he had that many assists. So it's like, I wonder where was he dribbling to?
Fulkrug didn't exactly light it up, did he?
No, he was injured for a lot of it as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't really play.
And Evan Ferguson, he's fallen off. He was about as useful as Buddy Antonio in the second half of that season.
Bowen were injured as well, weren't he?
Yeah.
For a month for that broken foot. So
They're still finished above Man United.
and Spurs.
And Spurs. I'll stay with you, Ross, but this Gibbs White one, he had a £60 million release clause in his contract. Spurs have paid it. There's nothing against it. And then their mental Greek owner has said they're cheating. And
it was supposed to be a secret. You can't believe this.
Yeah, it's a secret. What?
How can these release clauses be secret? Isn't that the point of a release clause?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the agent of Gibbs White is an agent of a player at Spurs, and they've said, "I'll tell you what, tell your gaffer it's 60 million quid."
No, but Gibbs White himself clearly wants to move. That's why he's leaving. He could have just said it's 60 million quid.
Yeah. They will still sign him.
But you're telling me Marinakis hasn't done this for any players he signed? Oh, they've got a release clause. I'll take that.
Everything he's done is above board, I'm telling you that. Ross, you spent a lot of time in Greece. Is smashing plates confirmed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some interesting stuff when I was out there. I saw some very interesting things.
You can just imagine.
Eyeballs.
Right. Okay. Human.
No, good
Human.
Sheep. Bloody hell.
Greeks are cannibals. That's what you're saying. That's all I.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, and I stand by it.
So Marianakis has got the news and he just smashed his kitchen. Is that what you said?
No, they do it when they're happy.
Oh,
it's a good thing. He's gone
out
out
a load of plates.
Yeah, he's gone to IKEA.
There's like comfort plating. There's loads of plates.
I can't wait. God, something good's got to happen soon. And I'm ready. I'm
going to appeal this. I'm going to smash all them up. Joe, if it does happen, and it will happen, is it good signing though? Is it for Tottenham?
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously we're all but going to City until they went, no, we'll just sign other players instead. I think he's a great player. He kind of marshals that midfield well, and I think it's probably something that Spurs have been missing, really. The Kudus signing's a bit weird because they've got Ben Johnson and what's his name? Kulusevski. That's it. On the right, so like Kudus fitting in is going to be a different one, but I'm guessing he's going to try and do the Son role, with Son being phased out a little bit. But yeah, Gibbs White I think is a very classy signing for them. Obviously, the Champions League has helped them attract these kind of players.
I'll tell you, there's a transfer going out of Spurs which needs to happen, Ross. I don't know if you've seen it, but Romero's been linked with Atletico Madrid. I mean, could you imagine him with Simeone? I mean, that would just be the greatest partnership ever.
Yeah, no one's doubting that rumour, either. He couldn't be any more a Simeone decided if he tried.
Yeah, that would be perfect. I think they're two very good signings. I don't think Spurs will stop there either. I think they'll sign a good 3 or 4 more as well. I think under Thomas Frank. West Ham have been linked with a left back who impressed against England for Senegal. BB Ben Diouf.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim I called it, but I was convinced someone would go in for him. I didn't think it would be a Premier League team, but I thought it might be a La Liga team or someone. But Premier League team's gone in for him, and West Ham fans done his bit of his research, and he's the first in pretty much everything in Europa League and the league. for like crossing, getting past people, successful tackles, interceptions, and everything. It looks the real deal, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does look really good. The only problem is he's going to West Ham, and there's many players that have looked very, very good until they put a West Ham shirt on, and God knows how it just doesn't work at that club.
I know.
Because they don't have to spend some money, don't they, West Ham, for the size of club they are. You can't fault their chairman, can you? Because they give it a go all the time, and they're constantly, signing new strikers. Well, I thought
the ticket
Evan
prices
Ferguson.
are good as well at West Ham. They fill it out. They get 60,000 a week.
Yeah. It's baffling, isn't it? But maybe I think Graham Potter's a very good manager, so I think it's only he'll do all right.
I'm on the fence with him.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he did that much of a good job at Swansea, and then he got the Brighton job, and I thought that was a bit random. I just got the Brighton job. Well, at Brighton, they said, but they played good football, could never finish, didn't they? That's what they got criticised for. They kept creating chance. Their XG was amazing, but they never finished. That's why they could never get to that next step. And then Maresca, not Maresca, it was
De Zerbi,
yeah. And he sort of made it to the next level. Right then, BB Arsenal have done a bit of business. They've finally got Zebra Mendy through the door. We sort of know why they're signing a midfielder now, but we won't go into why.
Yeah.
Why Thomas Partey didn't get a new contract. I hope he goes to prison and not to Marseille. Zebra Mendy's in through the door. Everyone's raving about him. There seems to be Liverpool linked with him. Liverpool don't look at shit players. Got to be a good sign. And the Madueke, is that how you pronounce his name? Madueke? Madueke, 52 million. But reports are he's on 50 grand a week. I can't believe if that can't be true. If that's true, that's an absolutely amazing signing.
Yeah, well, I don't think Chelsea, people don't realise that Chelsea are actually pretty good at when they're bringing these players in of not paying them ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Isn't Enzo and that are on 200? I know 200's a lot of money, but for the size of their club, they don't seem to be breaking it.
Yeah.
When they're bringing these youngsters, and he's come from PSV, I imagine that they probably doubled his wages from him coming from PSV, and then Chelsea are very good, aren't they, at the business? You can't fault them for it. They sign a ridiculous amount of players for good deals and always seem to make money when they move them on. They're very good at it. But yeah, Arsenal fans are absolutely fuming. Did you see that they
signed the petition?
Signed a petition for it not to happen.
Why?
Well, because they're fuming about all the Chelsea players that they keep buying.
But quite funny though.
But they absolutely love HCAFC, so I don't really understand it. I think Madueke is a good player, and I think when you're bringing him in and you're looking, I'm not saying he's going to massively improve Arsenal, but in terms of a squad player and coming in at £52 million, when you see the likes of Kudus going for 55, Anthony Elanga going for 55, I don't think £52 million is a bad deal.
Yeah. Especially on that wage, because the wage is the wages which makes is more than the transfer fee.
Well, Arsenal have absolutely no backup to Bukayo Saka, and when he's out, it kills them.
Yeah.
So, and Madueke can play on the other side as well. I just think as a squad player, it's a good bit of business. I don't think you can fault it. You can't.
I think the Arsenal fans' point of view is, but they keep finishing second. They've got the Champions League semi-final. I think they're looking for elite signings, aren't they? They want elite players now, because it's all right getting good players, but he ain't going to win them the league, is he? That is fact.
Well, if you're an Arsenal fan, you've surely
35 goals now. So.
Yeah. If you're an Arsenal fan, you've surely supported them long enough to understand that Arsenal just like a deal. I can't remember. When was the last time they bought someone who was
Sanchez?
Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil?
Aubameyang,
yeah.
But, and I know the Declan Rice was a huge deal, but nobody knew he was as good as he was. People would question it at £105 million when he was coming for West Ham. He's a good player, but is he that good? I think he is that good. But yeah, they tend to try and strike a deal, don't they, or save money and go with an alternative solution. I know Arsenal fans really want Rodrigo from Real Madrid, but even if he was available, I just think it would absolutely break the wage structure. He'll be on far too much money at Real Madrid, and Arsenal just won't do it.
I've seen Man United fans trying to justify a way of signing him. He ain't gonna them, is he? He's never going. He's not even going to leave Real Madrid, mate.
Well, Casemiro might have explained to him that you just sign here, they pay you an awful lot of money, and then you do next to fuck all, and they'll never be able to get rid of us.
Just get fat, mate. Just come over here, get fat. Look at Luke Shaw, mate. Okay.
You'll get a nice loan spell somewhere in about 8 months.
Yeah, you'll be at Real Betis. You'll be a hero over there.
I spoke to an Arsenal fan at work, and it wasn't the Madueke deal that annoyed him the most. It was the fact that they've not addressed the key areas before signing him. So it just feels like spending 52 million on a backup when they're crying out for 2 or 3 players is what's annoyed him the most at work. Anyway, I think it's an okay signing, but I think you don't need a 52 million pound backup, especially when you've got Wanyeri who can play good football. I'd just prioritise getting that forward in, which looks like they've got, but left-hand side, there's next to no creativity there. And Trossard's leaving as well, so it's a bit of a weird one for me. But
makes you think another one's coming, doesn't it?
They were. Yeah. I can't see him getting Eze as well. I really can't see him.
But Eze's only like 68 million quid. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but for those big clubs, around 60 million's pretty much the going rate for a decent player now, isn't it?
I always think this, Ross. Like Eze, people were saying, but I've seen a lot of people getting excited about him. I think he'll end up in a Spurs shirt, to be honest. If he did go to Arsenal, I always just keep thinking, like, what would happen if you put Martinelli though in a Crystal Palace shirt? Would these numbers be any different to Eze's now? And would he be loved as much? You know what I mean? Would he be looked at as?
I think Eze's twice the player Martinelli is. Right. And I think Martinelli maybe playing for a bit of a smaller club might take a bit of pressure off his back, but I can't see him pulling up any numbers or definitely having as much of an impact as Eze does. But I mean, who knows? Maybe a move to a big club, Eze might not quite have the same star power as he does playing for a smaller team.
Every transfer is a gamble. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly. You got to know when to hold them. And like Sheffield Wednesday, know when to fold them.
Oh yeah, next week.
I know fans always kick off because they want a striker to come in through the door, but they are the hardest deals to get done, aren't they?
Well, I was about to mention him. Gyökeres, it looks like it's done. David Ornstein's tweeted about it, and he never gets anything wrong. Like he's better than Fabrizio, isn't he? Like when he tweets, 63 million quid plus, was it 15 million pound add-ons? So it's probably going to equal about just shy of 80 million. I don't know. I can't help but I can't get Coventry out of my head. I look at I mentioned Taraps on the last time I mentioned him, and Taraps just dragged that QPR team into the Premier League.
Well, I've seen Gyökeres live several times, and I'm in the same position as you, mate. I can't get it around my head that he's turned into this player from what I saw then. So he's still good, but I didn't expect anything like this.
Yeah, because he's gone from okay to world class status, hasn't he? It's just the leap is just so in 2 years as well. It's just crazy. I'll probably eat my words, and he probably will be in my fantasy league team. Yeah, so we'll leave Arsenal there. Go on, and Ross, we'll let you gush about Leeds for a bit. They've started doing a bit of business now. Go on, who have they got in?
Gabriel Goodmanson, 15 caps for Sweden.
Is he left back?
Yeah. And part of the Lille team that had the second best. If PSG didn't exist, they'd have had the best defensive record in in League One, and got Champions League football under his belt, like 150 plus games in top league in France. I think that's a good signing. And at 5'11", not very quite big for a fullback. I mean,
How much was he?
10 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah, it weren't much. I don't know about add-ons and that. I think there's like
There's always add-ons.
Yeah, there is something like 3 million or something if we don't go down or whatever, something like that. Yeah, he's on paper decent signing, but on paper Mark Rocker seemed like a decent signing. My God, Crocker shit. Well, it's been a tricky one left back for Leeds for ages because I feel like we haven't had a proper left back since Charlie Taylor, and that were 10 years ago.
Yeah, because Dallas sort of filled in there as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and like Alioski, we had a bloody left back with number 10 on his back. And,
So what you're saying is you've not had a decent left back since Ian Hart?
yeah, pretty much.
And he still won the championship.
Hey, Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry was a crock of shit. I don't even know why I'm bringing him up.
He weren't bad on FIFA.
Yeah, he were fucking bad in bloody West Yorkshire.
Are they linked with anyone else? Any other Sunderland targets?
Massive goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
But,
Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah, but it looks like he wants to go to Napoli. Prick.
Sunderland.
I saw you linked with Nick Pope.
Yeah, but I think that's the only way that they're even going to attempt to look into that is if Newcastle sign Trafford.
Yeah. I think they will get Trafford though.
Nick Pope is at that age now where he's only got like a couple of years left, hasn't he? So you'd think like Newcastle probably are looking for, the next option to move on. You try to sell them the Melier dream.
Oh,
Take this lad.
What dream? What dream is that exactly? Bloody polo mint, that lad.
And Sean Langstaff in it.
Yeah, that's the one that
they keep trying to get him, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and Newcastle keep turning it down. Like, so he's only got a year left in his contract. I think they keep offering like 10 million, and then like they offered like 12 million. And there's him, and there's a big lump who plays for Hoffenheim called Stack.
Oh, Anton Stack is decent, him.
Yeah, I think he's the fallback now. If Longstaff ain't working out, I think they're going to try and pursue that. But I can't see that, man. I think he's too good to come to a bottom half of the table club. I'd fucking love that though, because he's a decent little player. He's a big boy.
Nice.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about big boys.
Yeah. Brilliant. Joe, Liverpool played a game of football today. Pre-season friendlies. What's all this?
Oh,
on TV?
Yeah, I'd love to see it on TV. It's obviously for Jota and his brother Andre Silva, but I'd love to see more pre-season games televised on terrestrial TV, Freeview TV, because it's nice to see. And obviously we had the sort of touching tributes and things, but we actually played a game of football which were semi-competitive. We had got to see a couple of the new recruits out in action as well. I don't think we wanted to risk £160 million verts against Preston North End, but we had Woodman in net for second half. The mighty Woodman, and then
that's against his former club, is it?
Yeah. And then we had the two fullbacks, Kirkes and Frimpong came on for the second half. So it was nice to see him play. And yeah, Robertson almost dropped a clanger again. Nothing new there. But it was great to see. All of them have a run out and things. Bradley got a goal, and then Gakpo and Nunes actually scored quite a nice goal. So hopefully he can take that into the season, because I can't see us selling him now. realistically.
Asking price.
Not at the asking price, and I think now it's obviously we're down a forward. Diaz has handed in a transfer request apparently, so he wants to go to. I think the Barca want him and Bayern, so he wants to go to. I think his family's set on Spain.
It worked for Sadio Mane, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it looks like I think his family's set on Spain, so I think he's really pushing for that Barca move.
How can Barca afford anyone? They're in a position where they're buying players and not registering again, aren't they? They're going to get smashed with another penalty from FIFA, aren't they? They're going to likely start the Champions League on minus points. Not that it'll matter because you just finish like 22nd or whatever.
Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
But yeah, so I think only thing I can see happening is us getting probably one or two more forwards in now. I don't think it was the plan. I think we wanted one forward to come in alongside everyone else, and now it's probably looking like two forwards coming in. But we've not had any. They've not had any sort of transfer gossip. I think everything's been focused on the Jota situation.
Yeah, there's the tribute and
Once Gyökeres and that starts moving, there'll be a big shift, won't there, of people becoming available and moving around.
I don't know who you go for though. I mean, you got Wirtz. Let's say you want another forward. You got Wirtz in. You know, you're top of the tree. You know, you can only really sign elite players now. There's no point buying like Madueke's, of the world, of this world.
We've had a couple of links, rumours, and the rumour mill always ticks that apparently Newcastle are going in for that HCAFC, who was like a £70 million striker. So I don't think they'd be going for someone like that if there wasn't some murmurings around the Isak situation. And apparently we've inquired, but I couldn't see us spending another 100 and something million as it stands, unless obviously we've made a lot of money back so far. Elliot's meant to be going to or been heavily linked with West Ham today. They're after this doof, but like who's coming in apparently that's like nailed on now. They're looking at Elliot to fill the Kudus role. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, if we get rid of Elliot for another 40-50 million, it frees up a bit more.
Well, I saw Liverpool looking for 40 million with a buyback clause for Elliot, or 50 million with no buyback clause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the buyback clause is for like 60. So it's sort of like one of them where it's basically a long-term loan. Well, we're just to get him back. But there's a lot of murmurings. But like I said, we've not had any. I don't think any of the clubs been focused on the actual business side. It's been more focused on the emotional side, I guess.
I'm surprised no one's gone for Guirassy at Dortmund.
To be honest,
he's not good.
I said that to a friend the other day. The two players I wouldn't mind going for out of the like hugely expensive players like the Seskos, the Ekatikes, and Isak. It would be Goncalo Ramos from PSG, because I don't think he'd be too expensive because he's sort of like their bench player, but he's still got like 20 goals this season and 15 assists or something. And then Guirassy, I think is a classy player, but he doesn't get the plaudits sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Right, So Parliament today, this week, voted against showing free Premier League football on BBC and ITV. The cost of Sky is ridiculous. The cost of Amazon, Amazon Prime's lost it now, so I don't think there's any games on Amazon Prime anymore. It's TNT, 30 quid a month. Sky, 50 quid a month.
Well, they've just got to be. The thing is, it might cost all this, right? But they've got to be losing loads of money. Like, who do you talk to nowadays who don't have a dodgy stick? Do you know what I mean? It's just like they must be making no money at all, because it's so.
Figures were down last season for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Just got to interject. João Neves has just been sent off for PSG for pulling Cucurella's hair.
That's not the first time that's happened, has it? Donny said, pulling his dodgy stick.
Sorry, we can continue. It just made me laugh. They've even gone to VAR. I've gone to screen to have a look.
Yeah, I find it a bit sickening, but they've rejected it. I mean, it's 10 games. It's one game a month. Then maybe one month has 2 games. It's nothing. You even just do the Friday night game or whatever. It's not even like you're losing that much. And it won't even be the big one because Sky have already got their picks of all the big ties. So it would just be like a mid-table game, between like Brighton and Bournemouth or whatever. So it's not even like it's not even like it's like Sky or TNT are going to lose out from a Liverpool game or a Leeds game or.
It's because they'll wait to sell these games to Amazon, won't they?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
or
they're not allowed to sell the games now. Like Amazon have been phased out until at least I think it said 28-29 season or something. I read. So I'm not even sure what. It's baffling to me why they decline it. Other than
I know the clubs
it'll cost them some money.
The clubs weren't happy, were they, about the recent deal because it barely went up. It went up by like 4% or something from the last deal, and it's longer. It's like it's the first time they've signed like a 4-year deal instead of it being 2. So the clubs weren't happy. I know they felt like they didn't really do enough to get a better deal for him. But it's not like the shot of a few ball bother.
We'll move on to Sheffield Wednesday, my club. I'm not going to get too excited just yet because it's not official yet, but there's a lot of no smoke without fire, and my word, I mean, last week I thought we were going to go extinct, and then all the rumours come out that Chansey was accepted an offer to sell the club. We did say last week like how much money you'd need just to get the club, operational. We use that word, to buy the club, sort the stands out, sort the training ground out, get some players in for to start the season just to stay up. We're probably looking about 100 million quid, and it looks like they found a billionaire worth 11.4 billion. If he takes over the club, which it sounds like he's gonna. His name's Tillman Fertitta, I think is how you pronounce it. He's an Italian American. He owns casino chains, restaurants, Houston Rockets. I think he's into like the oil. I think he's in with oil in America, in Texas oil. He's worth 11.4 billion.
I don't think he'll miss 150 million bless.
And then they had that interview circling around where he basically saying like he always pays his bills on time. Like he wouldn't even think ever about not paying a bill.
I think Adrian Jolly said that.
Yeah, and you just like, and you're like, it's just like it's the complete polar opposite. The Chansiri family is worth 500 million, probably a lot less now. And to get it's almost like when you sit there going, oh, imagine if you got brought over by a billionaire. But it would make Wednesday the 5th or 6th richest club in the world. It's just like fucking. I can't even get my head around it, so I'm not getting too excited yet because I will burst. But it would be hilarious. But we outdid Wrexham and Birmingham. That would be the hope, and that's what kills you.
How have the fans taken Danny Rowe deciding that, seeing as Chansiri's gone, I might actually come and work for what I'm paid for?
That was the first time I thought, shit, maybe someone is going to buy us because there's no way he was coming back under Chansiri. So someone must have rang him up and said, look, we want you to be our coach. You're a well-renowned coach in European football. A lot of big clubs get him.
Gassama to Rangers put on hold?
Looks like it's been put on hold. I think it probably will go through.
Masaba went to Turkey, didn't he?
Masaba went to Turkey. It's going to need. They've got all these embargoes and restrictions at the moment on the club. I don't know if they all get lifted if they get new ownership. But the rumor is that the appeal's been extended to the 1st of September, so to allow a sale to go through. But it must be a condition of the sale, because there's no way you'd buy it knowing you couldn't sign the player for 3 years, would you? Like, regardless how rich you are, unless you just want to wait until 18 months but you just buy it in 18 months' time, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
For a lot less. So we'll put a pin in that, because I don't want to make a fool of myself on the internet too soon.
I'm surprised you're not in a full, American suit, mate. To be honest with you.
Oh, wait until next week.
He'll have Houston Rockets jersey on next week.
Houston Rockets jersey banner on the back. What I will say next week, it will happen next week, because the players who handed their notice in for not being paid for 2 months, because it got announced, basically an agreement got made with Chancery to sell the club, and they were willing to pay in advance, to send some cash before before it even got signed and sealed, just to pay off all the outstanding crap. So we'll find out next week, because the 15 days will be up for a lot of these players who have handed their notice in.
Any rumours on how much Chancery is actually getting? Because it's not his £60 million, is it?
No, I think it'll be the 40, and I think he's lucky to get that, to be honest, with the amount of shit it's in. But we'll see. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Hull City won an award this week, Ben, I saw. Best catering in the league.
Yeah, it's pretty good, mate. As you can see, I taste it regularly. Yeah, it's very, very good. And yeah.
The irony is, it's the same week it came out. He's not paid any of these food suppliers as well.
Yeah, it always tastes better when it's free, mate. I can tell you that. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? It's just one bit of bad news after another. There's other reports coming out saying
that's what started with Wednesday.
Yeah,
like 7 years ago, and then it took 7 years for it to get to the point where you've got to sell him.
Apparently, he still owes £22 million on play sales for your cat going crazy, Blair.
Yeah. He's excited about the takeover. The Sunderland fan.
Yeah, he's apparently he still owes £22 million on play sales, which people are trying to make a big deal of that. I can't really tell whether that's a ridiculous thing or not, because all of these player sales are paid over a period of time, and what people won't be talking about is how much money Hull is still owed
to him.
Like Aston Villa won't have paid anywhere near up front for Philogene, nor will Ipswich for Greaves. It'll all be getting paid over time. That's about 40 million quid.
Yeah.
So all these things are over time. So sometimes you can't tell, can you? Because once bad news comes, the stories just keep coming, don't they? And I still just can't get my head around how he really thinks that he's gonna overcome the appeal, or at least massively reduce the restriction that he's under. And they're still talking about signing players. So how skint is he? I'm so confused. I don't understand. Is he skint? Or is it just complete and utter negligence?
How would another club agree to sell a player to him though? They're still going to go, hang on, pal. Everyone keeps telling me, but you're not paying him.
Well, maybe because he thought the deal was going through, he just had it in his head. You know how daft these chairmen can be. That if Aston Villa owes 1.5 million in their next instalment for Philogene, then I don't pay you the £1 million I'm paying for Louis Barry. Maybe he just thought that and it can't work like that. I don't know. But something just doesn't add up to me. I don't understand how you can be talking about signing a striker for €7 million if you're this skint in the Championship.
It's baffling. It's baffling. But from my perspective, because I've lived with it for the past 5-6 years of him, it's just it feels like it just snowballs, and no matter you think it's got better, and then it just happens again.
Yeah, and then he's just flown out like, I don't know how many it is, like 30 Hull City fans out with the players to Turkey, gives them a free holiday. We'll sell him a dream this week. Will be.
You'll get a bill for it post next week.
Yeah, got to pay for your own holiday. That were free.
Yeah. All them beers you drank, I didn't say anything about the beer.
yeah. But I find it hard to fully hate Adjan for everything that's going on with the amount of good stuff he does do. The season ticket prices are ridiculously low compared to everyone else. He puts on a lot of away travel for free across the season for the long away days.
Yeah.
Not many chairmen do that, but that might be why he's skint, mate, because he's paying for all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't really comment. I don't know too much about it, but it just seems mental, like how he can sit there. Apparently, I did see, but apparently he's going to host a press conference this week again. So it's going to be another entertaining week, both for our clubs. I think.
Yeah. Sometimes I think it's best he just stops talking.
Yeah, I think he needs to start. I think he needs to learn that. Yeah. Right. Well, I can't believe how it's 55 minutes. I think Chelsea are now world champions.
Yeah, they are.
They are indeed.
That is mad. They've got a patch now.
Wow.
They've got a patch now that they wear until the next one, which is crazy, isn't it? The Conference League winners are now the world champions. And they only beat one decent team, let's be right. They made what 90 million, 100 million pounds worth of signings during the tournament, maybe more. Gittins, João Pedro, and Liam Delap. They've paid for that. All them three players. They've got the money back for it already, just for that tournament.
Paul Liam Delap's going to restrict it to 15 minutes, isn't he? Every week.
Yeah. Should have gone Everton. But we'll see. We've been wrong. We certainly were wrong tonight about Chelsea and Cole Palmer. That's for sure.
I think everyone in the world was wrong tonight. I know that the bookies have made a killing, mate. No one's bet on that, have they?
No. I did think, should I put a 5 on them? Just it. Right. Let's end on a quiz. We'll finish the Club World Cup with a Club World Cup quiz.
Oh.
The top 25 goal scorers in the Club World Cup history.
Bloody hell.
So it started in 2000. It's quite a young tournament, 2000 to 2025. I don't think it was every year either. So Ross. So obviously combined. If someone's played for 2 clubs, it's combined.
Yeah. Fuck knows.
We'll go Ross. We'll go Ross, Ben, Peter Crouch.
Yeah.
I don't think he even played in it.
He must have done. What is it? Liverpool.
Peter Crouch.
Liverpool in the Champions League with Peter Crouch.
Wait, Champions League? Club World Cup?
Club.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd have played it with Liverpool.
Oh, he's not in the top 25 anyway,
No,
so...
Well, don't mean fuck all, does it?
Ben.
Who will have played in it?
Fucking hell, man.
I'll go for Dwight York.
I'm fucking laughing at you.
I don't know anyone who's played in this bloody tournament.
What? You don't know a Champions League winner from Europe in the past 25 years who haven't played in it?
Man United have played in it plenty of times, haven't they?
Yeah, Joe. Man United's played in it quite a lot of times. Who played for them? Who's really good at football? Maybe best ever.
I'll usher my bet with Ronaldo.
Oh, there he is, top goal scorer.
I go Ronaldo and Messi. I'd be the two.
Well, they're two of the top 4.
Yeah. I can't say I've ever
Benzema will probably be in there as a
Benzema's second.
Yeah.
Luis Suarez is third. Gareth Bale's 5. Heard of him?
Other than this one, I can't say I've ever watched a Club World Cup.
Yeah, but you fucking know a decent player, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Peter Crouch. FIFA Club World Championship runner-up 2005.
It's the second pod in a row he's got to mention Peter Crouch.
Yeah. He's played in it though. He has
That'll be a running theme now. Peter Crouch every episode.
Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, can we have a Peter Crouch themed quiz at the end, please?
Well, next week then, get ready. Yeah, we won't do anything but football sake. We've done an hour. I can't believe it. It flies with you lads. I'll see you all next week.
Yeah, thanks,
Yep.
Blair.
That
See you next
will.
week.
Cheers. All right, bye.
He was top scorer.